Something is Killing the Children. Book 1 came out a little while ago. I'm a little behind the times. I'm sure book 2 is coming out. That's what we're going to talk about next. Stay tuned. That's right. Something is Killing the Children. Book 1, The Tale of Erica Slaughter, has been optioned to become a Netflix series. It's kind of a no-brainer, but that's what it's going to be. It's a very cool story. This collects the first 15 issues of the Boom Studios comic. Let's get it under the camera and take a look at it. Here we go. Something is Killing the Children, Book 1. I'm assuming is issue 26, I believe, is just out. 27. We should be getting Book 2, hopefully, you know, I wouldn't say winter, probably looking at spring, summer, but this is it. This collects the first 15 issues of Boom Studios, Something is Killing the Children. This is a hardcover book. It's very nice. You know, it's got a retail of $50. You can usually find it a little cheaper than that, but it is the story of Erica Slaughter, as you may have seen in the little thing. The book starts out in chapter 1. I give you a good overview because this has been this is really good. These kids are having a little slumber party. You know, the one kid says, "Hey, there's a monster in the woods. Let's go check it out." And you know, everybody gets murdered except for this kid. And everybody kind of blames the kid. But as you can see, a couple weeks after that happens, we're introduced first to Erica Slaughter, which they really could have made a fortune selling these as pandemic masks, but they didn't. You know, she's now in this town. She's getting phone calls. She's there to kill this monster, and our kid here, you know, he's not doing too good. Everybody thinks he killed all his friends. He killed all these kids, so he's kind of having a hard time at school. Nothing's really going right for him. The town kind of blames him for all these murders. You know, she's new into town. She sees, look at all these missing kids, you know, and she's determined to stop it. You know, the sheriff's already kind of looking at her, and she goes and finds our James is the young boy's name. She goes and finds him. She asks him to tell her what happened. He does tell her, and as you can see, you know, these people are getting murdered. All these kids, I should say, are getting murdered by this unseen monster. James can see it. And see, that's the key. That's where you kind of find out. She tells him thanks. She makes a phone call. She says, I'm going to go kill this monster. He wants to help her. As we go on, we meet other people. You know, the brother of one of the girls who's missing. And you can see the monster's following him, but nobody can see it, which is a little odd. She's kind of hanging out here. She's got the maps. She wants to go and kill these monsters. She even says, you know, I've done this stuff before. See, what it is certain people are able to see monsters. You know, kids can see them, but adults, no. Only special adults can. And these special adults work for a group called the House of Slaughter. She works for them. Their job is to go into these towns where these monsters are. They kill the monster. They cover everything up. She was, you find out as the story goes, she was the victim of one of the attacks. That's why she carries a little stuffed octopus that actually has the demon that killed her family inside it. It kind of helps her in a way. And here you can see all these, I like the way they're all done, very nightmarish with the monsters coming for the little girls. Because there's, they haven't found all the bodies. I mean, they found some, but forgive me as I chew gum. Everybody thinks, hey, I think this girl's behind it. Erica Slaughter. You know, her driver's license, no one believes her name's Slaughter. It's on a piece of paper. And she even tells the sheriff, listen, you're going to get a phone call. I'm going to leave. You're going to get a phone call. And this is the one weird thing about this book I do want to point out. It's not a simple... It's read... 99% of this book is read from left to right. But just like this. Instead of, you know, your usual page to the next page. So it can be a little... Don't think it's a weird story. Just remember that when you're reading it. But, you know, she leaves. She takes his kid James with her. She goes and buys, as I'm kind of skimming through a little more. Like I said, I really like the art. She's buying chainsaws, hatchets, everything at the, you know, the local, I guess, Home Depot, if you will. One of the girl's brothers, he's convinced that she did it. He's packing a gun. She won't let James go out and help her. She finally decides to, but the sheriff says, you know, leave her alone, back off. But people are waiting, so she goes out here into the woods, and she finds the nest. And that's when Tommy, our one sister's, the brother of a missing girl, his sister's missing. He can't see these monsters. So they're all out there. There, it's done in Nightmare. He's surrounded by monsters, but, you know, he has no idea. He can't see them. So finally, she just, you know, she's telling him, you got to back off, you got to back off. And he can see this thing slashing her, but all he sees is like the blood. He can't see her. Well, he can see her, I'm sorry. He can't see these monsters, so he doesn't know what's going on. He's like, you know, what the fuck? He starts shooting his gun, ends up shooting James. She has to drag them all out of there. Just getting annoyed, and they find Tommy's sister, who's Sophie, who's, you know, dead. So she finally takes this vial. It looks like some reanimator juice. It's Horde Gold. It's from the House of Slaughter. She sticks it in his head. Now he can see all this shit. I mean, he sees everything. So now he knows she's not the killer. She's not nuts. So they all leave, you know, without Erica. They go to the cop that's stationed out there. You know, he's got his sister. He's got to be, you know, hey, help us. We got to get to the hospital. And, you know, she says, you know, she kills the one demon. It's a mom. And one of these monsters, you know, this mom monster had babies. So now, a little flashback to when all the kids get killed. Now all the babies are basically loose in the town. You know, the sheriff finds all these dead bodies. So I'm kind of skipping. Everything is just kind of going crazy. She even says, you know, here's all the babies. You know, they're nice. They had 5 babies. You know, she's telling them everything. This one's you. This is a scary house. So, you know, here's the House of Slaughter right here. They're like, uh-oh. She let somebody know. Blah, blah, blah. We got to go cover this up. In the town, there's so many dead kids. They have to put them in the high school gymnasium and bring parents in to identify, you know, hunks of the bodies. While Eric's doing that, she's decided she's going to try to find these babies. And she does find some of them. They're pretty pissed at her because she killed the mom, but they end up disappearing. She cast a spell, but, you know, it didn't work. And now here's one of the other House of Slaughter guys. They come to, you know, he's here to clean up her mess. He's going to help her make sure everything stays covered up. And they kind of cover up things by any means necessary. You know, James is in the hospital. He was shot. Sheriff's kind of asking him what's going on. You know, everybody kind of keeps it under wraps. Some people blame Erica. You know, the deputy, he still blames Erica for all this. As you can see, Erica has the plan. She needs to get either James or the little girl. She figures, okay, I'll get them. They'll be the trap, considering they can both see the monsters. These babies are going to come, and I'll kill them. Kind of a creepy plan. Tommy decides to go out, and we're going into chapter 9 here. He can see these, so the other people that are out in the woods, they can't. So he's trying to keep people safe. Erica, meanwhile, is trying to get James to become bait. And she kind of tells him the story, how she saw her family getting killed. She didn't know what happened. And she was taken by someone wearing the mask. They took her to the House of Slaughter. And they trained her at a young age to be a, monster killer. People still want to know what killed all these because they have no way of saying, what's happening. Here in the woods, we've got all these babies are killing people left and right. And the sheriff now, he sees Tommy with all the dead people. They can't see the monsters, so he thinks, okay, maybe Tommy did this. You know, it really is not beneficial that the adults can't see these monsters. I do like the artwork in this. The other House of Slaughter, you know, who came to help her, he figures, you know, well, we can't have people seeing these things, so we just need to start killing people to cover everything up. Erica's not really down with that, so she wants to catch, they're called Oscarapites, and, you know, they're in the woods. The whole town is in this gym, which is just right outside the woods. As you can see, one of the little girls can see these babies that are now pretty much grown up. So one of the little girls just gets lifted up by the monster. She gets ripped in half, but all the people see are a little kid getting ripped in half. They don't know what's going on. They're running into the gym. Erica and her partner, they're like, okay, let's take this out. Her partner didn't do dick. He got killed right away. You know, some more flashbacks to the night when this all started. At least when it all started for James. And you can see here, all the adults are in the school, and here's all the monsters coming out. They don't know there's monsters. They don't know what's going on. Erica's trying to keep everybody calm. The sheriff knows who she is. And now at the House of Slaughter, we meet the main guy, the old dragon. And he wants a cleanup crew heading to that town. And he wants her home. He doesn't want no more of this nonsense. He wants, you know, now you've got a public view of people being murdered. He said enough's enough. So they're going to head there. Erica, on the other hand, is traveling. She's got to go get the little girl, but she stops. She randomly kills one of the monsters, but there's still quite a few of them, and she even tells everybody we have to hurry. The Order of St. George is coming. And you can see there they are. They just put a big sign at this Archer's Peak that it's closed. Because they're gonna take care of this whole, they're gonna kill the whole town if they have to. You know, everybody's just now kind of waiting. She's a little banged up from her fight with the monster. As I skip some pages, because I don't think anybody wants to hear me babble constantly. But now the House of Slaughter, the Order of St. George, they're here. These monsters are going nuts. They're able to take out one of them. They call them babies, but they're adults now. They take one out. They tell Erica, you know, hey, we're a containment unit. We're going to kill these people. No one's going to know what happened. And she doesn't really want that. She likes the people. She wants to save these kids. So she's now frustrated. She doesn't really know what to do. These people are outside the gym. They want to get in. Sheriff doesn't know what to do. I mean, he knows these people are here to contain it. And, you know, they eventually just drive a car in there. And Erica figures, fuck it. I've got these two kids. I've got my demon octopus. I'm going to just kill this thing myself. And we'll go from there. So they're doing the little spell. They're using them as bait. Erica's got everybody laid out. Here comes all the monsters as she's getting ready for that. The Order of St. George is making everybody hand over their phones. They don't want nothing on social media. You know, you're not making any calls. You're not posting nothing to the Facebook, to the Twitter. None of that stuff. And they pretty much know they're going to get killed. You know, it's like, are these guys going to kill us? Because they can't just let people say we saw a floating kid. And here they are. You know, Erica's plan has worked. And there's all the full-grown adults, which she, with her two knives, she pretty easily handles. She's pretty mad, so she just murders all of them. And Tommy kind of figures out, you know, I can't let my whole town and my family and my friends die. So he confesses. He says, hey, you know, I'm the one that did this. I'm crazy. I killed all these kids. I should be locked up. And the Order of St. George isn't convinced. You know, they're ready to kill everybody because they don't know that Erica has essentially now killed all of these monsters. And, you know, she does tell them. She tells them, you know, it's over. She gets her backpack. She tells St. George, you know, all of them are dead. I killed all of them. I'm going to take a shower. And so that's when they figure out, okay, well, they're dead. This kid's going to take the heat for every murder. We'll just leave the people in the town be. They'll think the kid's crazy. And the town makes national news. You know, this poor kid, they think he's a killer, destroyed his whole family, killed his sister, killed all these kids in the town. He's the pariah. They blame him. Erica isn't exactly keen on going back to the House of Slaughter. She's kind of mad that, you know, how they would just want people to kill. She's actually talking to the dragon. She said she needed closure for the town. She just basically wants to keep the kids safe. And she finally tells him, I'm not coming back. I'm going to keep these kids safe. I'm going to go. I'm going to find these monsters. Here's James is with her. You know, they kind of have a goodbye. He says, where's she going? And she says, I don't know. And that's when it says, you know, we're leaving Archer's Peak to be continued. And now she'll go off on her new adventures. But this is Something is Killing the Children. This is the first 15 issues. And this is it. This is book 1. That is a great book. I can't recommend it enough. I can't wait for volume 2. If you don't want to wait, you know, pick up the issues. The original issues, first few issues are going to run you a few bucks. Probably better off getting a collected set, which you can buy this now. It's been out for a while. Volume 2, as this was the first 15 issues, I'm going to think volume 2 sometime spring or summer, probably a little closer to the summer. Definitely buy it. It's going to make one hell of a Netflix show. Really can't go wrong. Fans of horror, fans of action, definitely pick it up. I give this a strong 4.5, damn near 5, except it confused me a little bit reading. That's why I pointed that out. That was Something is Killing the Children. Please, everybody, give me a like. Subscribe to the channel. Support, and we'll be back in just a couple days.